Queen's Comic Podcast. Hey, let's go.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up, folks? It's the Queen's Comic Podcast. I'm Billy Bombs.
I'm Ian.
And this week, we missed last week because it was just too busy. Too busy. So, but this week, do you have comics to show off or anything you want to go over?
I got a big fat stack of comics.
You want to go first? Because I got mostly weird shit.
Yeah. I'll start with the magazine size stuff. Walked into Midtown week before last, and they had the Dead World coloring book.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I'm not going to color in it, but it has some cool art by Vince Locke and Troy Nixie, a few of the other guys, Mark Bloodworth, a few of the other guys that worked on the series as a Dead World completist. I was very happy to discover that because honestly, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, word. That's a weird one.
Yeah, they also had a few vintage issues of Heavy Metal in really nice shape. So November of 1980, classic
Nice.
cover on that one. And February 83, another nice cover.
That's a cool one.
80 and a dolphin. I love dolphins. This one is from August 78, so fairly early one.
Oh,
Looks
that's
like
cool.
red. I don't know who did the artwork on that cover, but it's pretty crazy. And February 1981. Topless nudity on the cover. Pushing the envelope there.
Fuck it.
And then the last one was from December 1980. Has like this crazy Viking chick on the cover.
Nice.
Yeah, anytime you can get vintage heavy metals in nice shape for a couple bucks each is a good day. And then some more magazine size stuff that I got from Hurricon, where you were set up along with a few other vendors. A few issues of Comic Book Creator. There was a vendor there. He had these for $2 a piece. So this one has like a 30-page interview with Barry Windsor Smith in it. And
Oh, wow.
a ton of like preliminary art from the monster graphic novel that he did, as well as like a really in-depth article about how it evolved from what was originally supposed to be an Incredible Hulk story into an independent Fantagraphics production. This issue, Rosetta Special.
Very cool.
That $2. This one has a really in-depth article on the art of Mark Schultz.
Cool.
He's a big fan of Xenozoic Tales. Couldn't leave that there. This one has a great interview with Robert Crumb, as well as a big article on Eric Powell and Goon.
Wow.
Yep, so that scratches 2 itches for me. And then the same vendor had Cryptology Magazine #1. I think I paid $5 for this. It has a really in-depth article on Wrightson, along with a bunch of published and unpublished sketches and stuff. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, I have a big fat stock of comics that came from various places.
We'll focus on Hurricon because let's talk about that one after you're done with showing your books.
Yeah.
Because I got questions on how you liked it.
Okay. I also got to talk about Route 110 because I went there on an impulse the day after. But I was
you got to fill me in on that one because I didn't go.
I have a story about that. It was total impulse. So
Okay.
This came from Hurricon, $2, First Titania.
Fantastic cover. Fantastic book. George Perez, beauty.
I haven't had time to read most of this stuff yet.
I collect them in the Epic collections, and I love Marvel 2-in-1. His Deathlock is great.
It's good. Yeah, it's really strong. This, I don't know where I got this, but it's the Fall of the House of Usher adaptation by P. Craig Russell.
Fair.
Yep, pretty cool. Yeah, this came from you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great Neil Adams cover.
It is. House of Mystery #188. Always happy to add some Bronze Age DC horror to my collection. This came from, I don't know the vendor's name. They were set up on the wall. It was a guy and a younger woman who I think was his daughter. This is Godzilla #23, where Godzilla fights the Avengers, second to last issue of the series. I need one more to complete this run. I need issue 10.
Was it the lady covered in tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like Great Bay Comics.
Something like that.
I think
They're
it's
very nice.
fantastic vendors. They're like punk rock people. Her husband or boyfriend, and that's his dad. And they came and talked to me, and he was like, "Oh, are you a crust punk?" And I was like, my response was like, "What are you, fucking nuts?"
Yeah.
And he was like, I didn't know how to respond when somebody asked me if I'm crusty or not.
Yeah, they were super nice.
No, they were cool after that, but it was a funny because I was selling CDs and they were surprised at how weird and how like it was punk for CDs. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you had a big stock of CDs there.
Yeah, I sold all my comics that day.
You sold all of them?
All of them. I sold it to one guy.
That's cool.
After everybody bought a bunch of books, I'll tell you the whole story of what happened with me afterwards. But go on.
All right. And then I got this from you too, the variant cover for Frankenstein Alive Alive #1.
What a beautiful cover.
Gorgeous, yeah. And that brings us to Route 110, where I got the incentive cover, Frankenstein Alive.
Oh, hold on. Let's do Hurricon, then we'll jump into Route 110 because then you can tell the story. So we set up there. It was raining. I love Hurricon, but it was kind of funny because it's like the second time I've done the show and it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
We set up, really good turnout, but we had some real funny people coming to all the tables. One guy was like, "Oh, I'm not into comics." I was like, "All right, well, I sell CDs." "Oh, I'm not into music." I'm like, "What do you want? What do you want, bro? I got movies too. I got streaming." I was like, "Go away." I was like,
Why
"I didn't know
are
what
you
to
here?
here?" Yeah, oh, support the church. I was like, "Oh, then go walk around or something like that." I won an action figure on the raffle. I won Super Adaptoid from the Avengers. It's big. It's like this big. I loved it. I love Hurricon. I love Donovan. The Donovans. David was fantastic.
David's a good
They
guy.
set it up over there. Great guy, great show. They had Joe Kelly there from Superman.
Yeah.
The guy wrote it. Man, I rode that guy like a donkey to try and get him to do Queen's Comic Party. I was telling him about his own book to the point when I think he needed to get security. I was like, buddy, I love your book. My favorite Superman book is Action Comics 775. That is his comic book opus to Superman, where he kills the Authority. And just like, that's the only thing you need to know about it because it's that damn good. And Doug Mankey artwork, Tim Bradstreet cover. You can't, dude, it's the greatest combo ever. Know what I mean? Superman whacking people. It doesn't get better. But plus, Doug Mankey's one of my favorite artists. He's my first sketch in my sketchbook that I ever started collecting. Because I started asking people, hey, put it in the book, and people appreciate it because they know I'm keeping it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Joe Kelly, yo, I'm gonna get you, bro. I'm gonna get you, buddy. I sold a ton of comics. I'm not gonna say which buyer bought all the rest of them. I picked up a lot of stickers and a lot of I tried not to pick up too much stuff, except stuff I was gonna not resell but keep. I got that. Oh, it's somewhere near the Joe Kubert signed book.
Oh, cool. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you told that to me. Yeah.
I got that, and I got one other book, and it's in my collection because now that we're moving so much stuff into storage, I'm trying to keep everything separate. Like today, you're gonna see a lot more stuff, but I didn't really pick up anything here. I picked up a lot of Godzilla stickers from Anthony Respect on Instagram, and he made Guyver stickers.
Cool.
And I loved all of this stuff. A lot of Godzilla. A lot of Godzilla. It was fantastic. But that's pretty much for Hurricon. But the one thing that made me laugh is even the ramp had stairs, and I couldn't stop laughing. You know what I mean? Like, because I was like driving everything and trying not to die. But now tell me about Route 110.
So yeah, well, after Hurricon, Matthew and I went to Gotham because they did a new drop of books. And I didn't pull out a ton of stuff, but just these two I'll show off. Hood #1.
Oh, that's a fantastic book.
Yeah.
Ironheart's major villain.
The one I have is totally beat up, so this is an upgrade. And then T-Titans #12 for the first Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, that's awesome for a buck.
I was pretty happy to get those out of the dollar bin. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so Route 110. So I had to drive my wife to yoga, and the guy who was vending beside you at Hurricon was handing out free passes to Route 110. So I'm like, I'm already in Forest Hills dropping my wife off. That's like 15, 20 minutes of the 30 minutes it takes, 40 minutes it takes to get to Route 110. So I'm like basically halfway there because half my drive is in Queens. Once you're on the highway, it's easy. So I thought,
yes,
I'll go. And I knew Anthony and JC were going to be set up there. So I thought, well, I'll go hang out for a little bit, kill a couple of hours, come back in the afternoon. Saw Bronzeville, talked to him for a bit. And yeah, so I picked this up. Like I said, the retailer incentive from Frankenstein Alive.
What a good cover. What a great cover.
So good, yeah. And then from JC, I got Wally Wood's Canon #1.
Ah, fair.
Comic book for mature readers. That's the Fantagraphics reprints of his self-published adult series from, I think, the early 70s.
Nice.
I found in the dollar bin Benjamin Marr's Lincoln, Washington, Free Man. Amazing book about a former slave named Lincoln Washington who basically rips the heads and arms off of Klansmen and beats them with their own limbs. It's killer.
Of course.
Really
Of
good
course.
stuff. I found there's a one vendor there who had a couple of Golden Age books in the dollar bin. Straight Arrow number 43. I'll pick up a Golden Age Western book for $1. Sure, why not?
Yeah, of course.
And I picked up Spectre number 39. I'm kind of slowly but surely working on this run.
It's a beautiful Kevin O'Neill cover.
Is it Kevin O'Neill? It's not signed.
No, it's a Kevin O'Neill.
Yeah, it looks
Definitely,
like it.
you could tell. I didn't even know he did Spectre, but I know his damn artwork from a mile
It really
away.
looks like it. I'm gonna pull it out of the bag and see if anybody's credited with it because it does look like his art. Yeah, it doesn't say. All right, we'll go with Kevin O'Neill. Why not? Because it does look like him.
Well, I don't remember him doing any DC off the top of my head, but he did Martial Law, is it?
Yeah,
And DC reprinted it. So it makes sense.
DC reprinted that?
I think so. DC Vertigo.
Huh. That's weird. Because Martial Law was Epic, and then it was Dark Horse, and then it was various independents after that. But
Yeah, show it off. I'm gonna look it up.
it's creator owned, so they could publish it through whoever they wanted to.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's gotta be. Because he did a Judge Dredd book too.
Yeah. What else did I pick out of the dollar bin? Astonishing Tale, or sorry, Marvel Spotlight number 33 with another Deathlock story in it.
Oh, is that was it Jada Hearts or whatever, or King of Hearts?
No, that's Devil Slayer.
Devil Said did not what?
Yep. And I got Razor's Edge number 1, which is a Razor spinoff. It looks pretty bad, but it was $1.
Oh my god, I love that, man.
I found Wonder Woman number 19 with that classic Perez cover, and I believe that's the first Cersei.
Nice. That's a great cover.
That was $2. I was like, I'll buy that for $2. I got Darkseid versus Galacticus the Hunger out of a dollar bin.
You call it Galacticus?
Galactus.
You call it Galacticus?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh yeah. It's that book, bro. Only one book he did.
Cool.
Yeah, it's Spectra 39. That's the cover.
Nice. Also out of the dollar bin, Crow Razor number 0 and number 4.
For some reason, it should fit, but in my head, it don't.
Some reason what?
It should fit together, but it doesn't in my head. I don't know why.
I got this from Anthony. Really cool EC homage.
Oh, that's cool.
Strange Science number 1 Archie. It's a store variant. I got Kyle's Comics Independent Voices number 3, signed by Linsner. The cover's by Linsner and Obar.
Very nice. Oh, you got it from Kyle's Comics, you said?
Yeah. Kyle's Comics also had a bunch of other stuff, and there's $3 signed. They had a bunch of signed stuff for $3 a piece. And remember when we were at New York Comic Con back a couple years back, and I wanted to get something signed by Michael Golden, but I didn't want to pay however much money he was asking because it was like it was like 30 or 40 bucks a signature, and he was kind of aggressive.
50.
And
It was
honestly,
50.
It was 50. Fine. It was expensive, and he was kind of aggressive and not cool about it.
Not at all.
I found a signed book for $3 from Kyle's Comics, signed by Michael Golden. First Jackie
Perfect.
Chan comics. So
I have
that fits.
I have
my
a thing
budget.
from him and Larry Hama signed, Bucky O'Hare comics,
Oh, cool.
like the little trade book. Let me not forget. I really wanted somebody's signed book. Oh crap. I forgot it right when we were talking. I was about to say what it was and I was like froze. But go on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mobius. Mobius. One of our friends found a stack of Mobiuses like a year ago.
Mhm.
That's the only book I've ever regretted not grabbing is a Mobius signed book because obviously Mobius is no longer with us.
Right. Yeah, that would be nice to have. That'd be
Yeah,
very,
and they were like $15 a pop, and I was like, "You're killing me, bro."
yeah. And then I hit last weekend. There was a dollar bin sale out in Long Island.
Oh, how was that?
It was really hot, but not as hot as Cherry Pop Tart number 13.
No shit. What a great cover.
I picked that up from JC. I did not get that for $1.
I figured that.
Yeah, but the rest of the stuff that I'm going to show off was $1, and I don't drop it.
We got to start interchanging with the guy from RoboCop. I buy that for $1,
Right?
just because, like, every time we show off dollar books.
Yeah, I got Blood of Dracula number 7, which has a cool Charles Vest cover. A lot of people don't realize this has very early interior artwork by Adam Hughes.
Nice. Did not know that.
Yeah, most people don't know that. I got the last issue of Sam Keith's Wolverine Hulk miniseries that I needed, so I finished that run.
I like that run.
Yeah, it's great. I got a big stack of Bone comics. I got issue 14. These are not in order. Issue 32,
Mhm.
issue 20,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where's 14 through 32? Let me miss.
15.
I like how there's a vest bone.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. 48, some of the later issues, 47
That's cool.
and 40,
Cool.
31,
Nice.
and number 16, and number 51. These,
Is
I
he flipping
believe,
somebody off?
yeah, if I remember correctly, I got all of these from Lou, Dollar Bin Lou.
That guy has fantastic stuff.
He does, yeah. What else did I get here? Issue Uncle Scrooge, number 220.
Very nice.
Death Dealer, number 8 with the Frazetta cover.
Nice.
Doom Patrol, number 35 with the first appearance of Flex Mentallo.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, for $1, I'll take that. Batman Max Arkham Dreams, number 3.
Oh, the Sam Keefe.
Yep. Basket Full of Heads, number 1.
Very cool.
Silver Surfer Black, number 4 variant.
Oh, it's that Ron Lim cover.
It's one limb cover, yeah.
Yeah.
2 issues of Swamp Thing Volume 4 that I needed, number 17 and number 19.
Very cool. I like that cover on the other one.
This one?
The Glenn Fabry, the other one.
Oh, the Glenn Fabry one?
Yeah, and Glenn Fabry, right?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot going on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not signed, but it looks like Fabry. And then Negative Burn number 31, which is the first appearance of Jinx, the Brian Michael Bendis comic.
No, I know, but I was like, I never had that one, but I've had a lot of Negative Burn. I just sold them all.
Yeah, this is first appearance of Jinx.
Very cool.
Yeah, which I believe has been optioned by Amazon.
All of his stuff was optioned years ago. The Bendis verse.
Yeah,
Powers was the first one that came out. Total flop.
right. We'll see if anything else comes out after that.
Dude, to be honest with you, that should have been a hit show because Powers is fantastic. It's my favorite book from Bendis ever.
It's a good read. Yeah, I read it. I
Mhm.
enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And then last weekend, I went to Midtown to pick up my new books. I didn't get a ton of stuff, but I got a few cool things. I got the last issue of Epitaphs from the Abyss,
I got that this week.
which I won't spoil it, but as a Canadian, there's a story in here that hits a little hard.
Hey,
I got the Adventure Comics 210 reprint with the first crypto.
very cool.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna be selling that on eBay for 2,000.
Yep, yep. When you open it up, you have the chance because they were polybagged, right? So you open it up,
Mhm.
you have a chance to win a trip for 2 to the premiere. I did not win.
Ah,
And then in order to get free shipping, I had to add another book. So I got Bloodletter number 1.
of course you did.
Eh.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Because it looks like something you're like, I'll take it.
I was like, well, it's a number 1. Tim Seeley wrote it. He's a pretty good writer. It's the first appearance.
I do
of
like Tim
the character.
Seeley.
Maybe it'll be good. Every time I dip my toes back into Spawn, I realize I don't really like Spawn.
Yeah, they bite your toes off.
Yeah. Then I got the free copy of the Chip Zdarsky Comics News.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the one thing I pulled out of the dollar bin at Midtown on Saturday was Marvel Fanfare issue number 5.
Oh,
And the cool thing about this, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's actually signed by Marshall Rogers. Tough
cool.
to see it, but it's like dark ink on a dark red blob. And I was like, is that part of the art or is it signed? So I pulled up an image on my phone of the cover and there's no signature there. So I was like, oh, it's signed. And then when I opened it up, signed again.
There's a signature.
Inside cover.
Nice.
Yeah. Marshall Rogers, obviously, I would think probably best known for the Silver Surfer Volume 3 run in the 80s and then his Batman work. So good artist, great artist.
Very nice.
I honestly don't know if he's still with us or not. I don't think he's done anything in a while.
Because I haven't heard that name ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot of Marvel fanfare stuff. There's dudes that do stuff in there, and then you're like, whatever happened? And you're like,
Yeah, well, hopefully he's retired and living the good life somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But when I left Route 110, I went off, said goodbye to JC and Anthony, and I was walking my way out the door. And I'm doing my thing. I'm walking. I'm on a mission. I'm running out of time. and some strange little man comes barreling around the corner. Boom, bounces right off my chest, going like as fast as he could.
What was it?
Take a guess.
A little guy.
Little guy, crazy hair.
Everybody's little to you.
Huh?
Everybody's little to you. You're like 6'3".
Crazy hair. Well, I told you the story.
I don't know who.
It was Mike Carpanaro.
Mike Carpenter was taller than me, dude.
He's still fairly short. And did he remember
Yeah.
my name? He barreled right into me, looked at me. Did he remember my name? No.
No.
He
He's
never
funny
will.
because he's like, can't do your show. I'll see you around. And then 4 hours before we open, I need a table. I'm like, I got nothing, buddy.
Yep.
My man is pickle Pete sometimes, man. I don't know. I love him. But you okay?
Yeah, it was fine. He did not injure me. He might have wounded my pride a little bit. It's like my mission now to get him to remember my name. He's only met me like 30 times. He only used my hand truck for 2 hours at the last comic show.
Oh yeah. Thank you, stranger.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Crazy hair. All right. Short guy, crazy hair. And I'm like, he's taller than me. That's funny. I don't know. It was kind of funny. We have a show this Saturday.
We do.
And
the
he's
air
telling
conditioning's
me he's
gonna
not
work, right?
coming. Huh?
The air conditioning's going to work, right?
It should. Like it should. It's not that bad this weekend. It's more bad until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then it drops to the 80s. I'll talk to the guys. I'm working Friday night there at another event, so I'm like, oh, I'm tired now. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I bet. So you're going to be extra grouchy on Saturday morning?
Yeah. I've been going out with women and trying to live a life normal. I went to a doctor today, and he was like, I see you are having fun, because my doctor is very Dominican, but he's like, you got to lose weight because you're not going to stand up with all this stuff. He gave me like blood work, and he was like all telling me all this stuff. And then I realized I really don't care about anything except comics and getting stuff done, because even with whatever women I meet or whatever problems I have and all the lawsuits and all the RICO trial and whatever else time I'm going to be serving, I can only care about right now is I'm trying to get Judge Dredd's first appearance. Give a shit for anything in life except comics. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? They're like, oh, don't you want to meet the love of your life? I'm like, nah, but I would love to get a nice copy of 2000 AD Prague 2. I don't care. I don't care. Yo, I got Giant Size X-Men #1 at the last show. This one I'm trying to get Prague #2 of 2000 AD. I realize I don't give two flying shits for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very happy about that.
It makes life much easier when you stop stressing about stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like, who cares, man? Like, also yesterday, this other person I met, this new person, she's a big junk collector. She took me to all these places, and I'll show you the stuff I got hanging out with her. But the real highlight, I put this on my Instagram, is I walked outside and I saw my dad's sculpture.
Yeah, that's cool.
On the building across the street from me. I haven't seen it in 25 years.
Yeah.
No, 29 years. Since 1998, 1999. No, that's 26 years ago. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I was bugging out. I was like, oh, that's great. But I got a lot of cool
What's the story
junk
behind that? How did your dad wind up doing that?
My dad made a sculpt of the Albanian eagle we call the Chaponia. And one of Skanderbeg, the great leader that defeated the Ottoman Empire and created the Albanian Empire, Greater Albania. So he made two statues. One is with my mom's picture in there, but then he made a mold on them. Those two statues. One is the Albanian eagle. A lot of guys were buying it because they wanted to put it up. These guys took it with cement and put it right on top of their electric company. But my dad stopped making that stuff in like 2000 something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like plaster mixed with cement. It's a lot of work, but it's giant plastic molds. And then hand painted. Because my dad was a painter. He owned Creative Finish Painting. CreativeFinish.com is my dad. For Sotheby's, he worked for years when I was a kid. That's how we bought our house. Our building, actually. I'm sorry. And so that was cool.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of it. Hopefully something works out with some of these people, because even as a friend, I need I would like this woman to help me with my junk selling, because she sells junk, I sell junk, and we look for crap. And let me show you some of the crap I got. I broke something for her. She don't listen to that podcast, so I can say it. She found the Snoopy, and I dropped it, like a Snoopy bank.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then she walks away from me. I see this giant Snoopy tattoo on the back of her arm, giant Snoopy patch on her back. I was like, oh my, I found it on eBay and ordered it. So I'm going to give her a new Snoopy 1977 bank.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like as a friend, you need to do that. But you're going to like some of the weird shit. I'm going to start with the comic book theme stuff and then work my way into the otter shit.
Okay.
Are you into horror magazines?
Yes,
Have you ever heard of a man called Jack Davis?
I might have.
Oh no, let me read his name again. Yeah, it should be the guy who does horror magazines and for like not EC, but something similar. Let me double check. I don't want to lie to you. We can always edit this out. Turns out he did magazine stuff for newspapers. Yeah, American cartoonist. He's famous for horror magazines for EC Comics.
Right.
All right. Guess what else he was famous for?
Well, he
What
did
would
Mad
be
Magazine.
associated with me in Queens?
He did Mad Magazine. I know that.
Yeah. Guess what else he did? Like just a wild guess. What could possibly be something that I'm interested in sports wise?
Oh, some sort of Mets memorabilia.
He's the guy who created the Mets man for the New York Post. That was all
Yeah,
over
that's
the 80s
absolutely
and
his
early
artwork,
90s.
for sure. Yeah.
Did not
That's a
know that
towel?
this whole time.
You have a Jack Davis towel?
Yeah, of the New York Mets pitcher.
That's
She found it for me in a cafe called Board Cafe. Did not know that was the same guy who did that, and because I just bought an art book with all his stuff, but it's not in there because that's EC and horror. This was the New York Post.
Yeah, he did. He also did a bunch of movie posters and album.
Oh, what movies?
I would have to look them up. I don't. I collect his EC stuff and his Warren stuff.
Yeah, same thing. Like
Yeah.
I like Mad Magazine, but I collect Magazine in the paperback editions
Sure.
because there's 9 of them, and you can collect all of them. So I got the 50th anniversary editions. So I like to have everything so I can read it. She also found me a book called "Don't Say an Epitaph" poster. It's like some movie from back in the day. It's a one sheet.
What was the movie called?
Don't say an epitaph or something like that, or don't post an epitaph.
Don't think I know that one.
1 second, it's right here. It's somewhere over here. I'm not going to kill myself for this. But the big thing for me, I'm sorry that I'm jumping back and forth. I'll send you the post. It's
That's
not a
what we
big deal.
do.
Yeah. At the junk store was the Elvis Presley collection from the 50s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm a big Elvis guy, the ring, you know what I mean? But it also came with the stamps. Complete, untouched.
Nice. An unused set.
Which I did not even know. Booklet, all the CDs for the 50s from the what's it called? The King of Rock and Roll. And then this other one, the Central 60s one, which is all of that.
Very nice.
And from Nashville and Memphis. And then this also has the other set of stamps.
So you are set for Elvis stamps.
Dude, I love this. Is the hardest part of collecting. Was always there's one stamp I need, the 50s, not the 50s, the 90s pink stamp. But this is fantastic to have it all included.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love the junk store. I got that. I got a movie called Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
The Bowie stuff?
Yeah, the DVD.
Yeah.
It's a movie, right?
I think it's a concert film. I don't know if I've actually seen it.
I haven't seen it. And then I got Sex Pistols, The Filth and the Fury.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So I got all the stuff I really wanted. I couldn't find. I didn't know about the Ziggy Stardust thing, but that would make more sense if it is a movie, like a concert movie.
Right. We just picked up the Criterion 4K edition of Moon Age Daydream.
What is that?
It's sort of a concert film, sort of a documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks
nice,
trippy as hell. It's
But is it David Bowie one?
Yeah, it's Bowie.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been trying to try not to, but I really want a couple of Star Wars tattoos. And one of them is Princess Leia with the David Bowie lightning bolt, say Rebel Rebel on it.
Yep.
Because I find that fucking perfect.
It's a good image.
You know
I've seen that before.
It's such a good image. But I'm gonna first get Yoda where there is no try. We got time?
We got 9 minutes.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
I picked up one comic in the junk store, Space Riders #2, an alternate cover.
Okay.
So that
series?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it looks like a cover that looks like something from like a Rick Remender comic. So I have no idea who did it.
You have it?
Like, like somewhere in here. If you give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, find it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
If it's what I think it is, I know who did it.
Okay. Okay. Because it's with the poster. Yeah, it's right here. It was right here. I'm sorry.
I don't know who did that one. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Variant.
right. I've never seen this cover,
I thought
and
it
it
might
kind
have
of
been
threw me.
when you said it was a variant. I thought it might have been Matthew Allison's because he did a variant cover for Space Riders.
Let's see, maybe it is because that's what throws me off. A variant cover by Mike McGee.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Mike McGee.
Me neither, but I've never seen this,
Yeah,
and I collected all the stuff.
I love
Oh,
Space
and
Riders. I wish Surratt would do more of that. Space Riders was great.
yeah, yeah. Yo, he wrote back to us. He goes, "Oh yeah, what if Jack Kirby listened to Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
Let no man write my epitaph."
That's the name of the movie?
Yeah, it's a big one sheet. This is the kind of stuff I live to find. Like crap I really don't need. And it was a book.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all.
Yeah, but it's a $1 big book, a big one
Big
sheet to
full-size
grab.
one sheet.
Yeah, for $1.
Right.
All right, but here's what I picked up in comics because I haven't picked up comics in a while. Toxic Team Up, The Toxic Avenger, and Jesus Christ.
Did you read it?
Not yet. Is it good?
No, I didn't pick it up because I thought it might suck.
I guarantee it sucks. I don't know why they're holding it for me, but whatever. They gave me that in the pinup gallery. Kevin Eastman did a book on Doom cover. Bring on the bad guys,
that's cool.
Doom. Yeah, I love Kevin Eastman. And everything else here is Mark Spears Monsters. But they're a little bit kind of, I'm a little annoyed with this stuff because this is another #1, like a fifth printing. Like, I guess the store is just holding it for me. And then #5. So we'll start from like the least not like cool to the other one. This cover, which is the regular cover, eh?
Yeah, I picked that up.
This one is a McFarlane cover, but I couldn't remember for my life which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is this supposed to be like Spider-Man, I guess, or something like that?
Should hold it up again.
Yeah. I guess it's Venom.
The Lizard, I think, isn't that a McFarlane homage?
Yes. The Lizard makes more sense. It's Spears after McFarlane, and then they did a Deadpool cover with a card.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. They held me all the copies. I guess everybody stopped buying Mark Spears. So now I buy all the Mark Spears from the comic shop.
Okay.
And I like his work, but like I just want a book of all his covers.
Right. I think
I'm
it's
not
a
asking
matter
for
of
much.
time till he does it.
Yeah, 100% because it's definitely. But all right, I'm starting to get like at least Mark Spears does good shows. He did the Alabama Comic Convention, which I heard was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good artist, surrounded by bad artists, or bad cons.
Yeah.
Where they try and make some stuff like a sketchbook or something like that. Don't make that. Just make it mass market, sell it. We'll all buy it because his artwork is fantastic. But I've had the last couple of weeks, other than Hurricon, which Hurricon was a good $5 entry, like church show. Same thing with Route 110. It's another $5 really good show. And now Hot Flips is coming up, and then there's the Queen's Comic Party in Brooklyn. All good. I just saw so many shows booked that were like, oh, we're doing sketch variants, we're doing this, and you're like, no comic vendors are here, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like over the weekend was another show. I was at Fanatics Fest, and everybody was selling cards. Everybody had a good time. It was a lot. I met like the John Starks from the Knicks. But you see all these conventions, and you're like, yo, dude, like I got invited to like 15 of them this summer. And I'm like, I don't know who you guys are, and I'm not giving you $150 for a table.
Right.
Hop off my ass and leave me alone. Don't get scammed. Brooklyn Comic Con, I heard had like 4 comic book vendors. And no AC, so I can't talk shit if we got no AC. So like, you know what I mean? But if you pay $37 to come in, I think you need AC.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to ignore it. Come to our show. hang out. You don't like it, you can slap me in the face.
There you go.
It's mad
What's
easy.
wrong with that?
Yeah, I try and make it super simple. I'm sure we're gonna have the kids playing Beyblade on the tournament tables. Well, the wrestling ring is gonna be taken down for this one. Next month in July is gonna be like something new. Every month is gonna be something fun. Just come, have a good time. Don't spend a lot of money for entry. Spend your money on vendors. Are you gonna do a big sale this Saturday or no?
I don't know. I got a bunch of new stuff that I'm going to bring out, and then I'll be, I always cut deals.
You always cut deals, but we don't have to move stuff like before, right? We did good already the last time, right?
Right.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know yet. I haven't figured out what I'm doing. I priced 4 short boxes of stuff.
Oh, good. That's some new inventory people are going to attack you for.
Yeah. And it's 4 boxes of good stuff too. It's.
I believe it. I believe it. I have a big collection coming soon. I'm emptying out the garages. We're still dropping off books at the library at those little local libraries. It just takes some time to get them all done. And that's pretty much it. This Saturday's gonna be a fantastic show. I'm not worried. I'm just a little bit tired from how long this weekend was. And today was voting, so
yeah.
Soon we're gonna have a new mayor, Brad Landers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
All right.
Is it the ranked choice?
Everybody who hates,
Is it a ranked choice?
Ranked choice. He's number 2 for all the people who hate Cuomo. Vote Zoran and Brad Landers. Everybody who hates Zoran is voting for Cuomo, then Brad Landers.
Yeah.
My man has got number 2 across the whole board. Because especially got beat up by the damn ice. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's gonna end up being the dark horse.
He might be. Your theory could prove to have merit. I guess we'll find out in the next day or
two.
Dude,
and then today a lot of stuff came out about Cuomo, which enraged a lot of people. But that's not something for our podcast because we're not those people. But let's see where New York goes. We'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see you Saturday at the Queen's Comic Party.
Cool.
I'm Billy Bombs.
And I'm still Ian.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen's Comic Podcast.